I have here the antenna and amplifier speaker kit. This is what goes into the back of your Super Beacon. This gets plugged into a wall socket here, and it doesn't actually have any electric connection to the hot leads. It just takes it off the ground. It's your responsibility to determine that you have a safe ground. And that means that somebody has to know what they're doing electrically to determine whether your ground is safe or whether it's got some leaks to it. If it has leaks to it, you'll get a minor shock or a major shock. You shouldn't, but the ground should be right. But in some homes, the ground is not correctly hooked up, so you need to determine that by using by asking somebody who knows how to use voltmeter what to do. This little clip here goes onto your antenna coil, which is the antenna, which is this thing here. This is your antenna. It's copper. It's very, very heavy braided copper. It's a special kind of copper. So this is how it, and then this is the amplifier speaker, and it's a high impedance. It's not a low impedance. You can't buy something like this anymore. These things have not been made for about 10 or 15 years. So you have to find one that's vintage. This is a special lead that I make, which is a coaxial cable, shielded coaxial cable, that has 1/4 inch on one end and a mini plug on the other, both monos. You won't find mono very much. You'll find stereo now. These are mono here. And this goes into where your gripper normally goes, and then the other end of it goes into the input of the amplifier speaker, and then that turns on the side here, and you have a volume knob as well. And you can take it out over here. There's a little mini plug capacity for it, so if you wanted to record what you're hearing, you can do that as well. And then over here there's a little AC DC adapter. There's a DC input here, so if you wanted to put a 9-volt DC adapter into this, you could. Otherwise, what I've done is I've opened the back here and put a 9-volt battery in here. That's usually sufficient for what you're going to do most of the time. But if you're going to use this a lot, then you're going to want to get an adapter for it. Or if you're carrying it outboard, of course you want to use it with all battery operated stuff. The ground wire is very important. And then this is a double lead here, so you have an antenna and a ground here, and then this goes in. The ground goes into your the long part of the plug, and then the tip of the plug is what connects with the antenna, and that's all inside your Super Beacon. It's already made for that purpose. And then this is Claude and I do this, which is a piece of 22 foot. You want 22 feet actually of antenna, and this is the only thing you can use for this antenna. Is this Radio Shack used to make an antenna kit that was absolutely superb, but they don't anymore. So my friend Lance makes these things, and he makes it out of this braided copper cable, which it turns out is actually superior to the ones that they used in Radio Shack. So this is even better than the Radio Shack antenna kit, but it is expensive stuff. Most people will never need this or use it, but if you really want to have something to pick up EVPs with, which is electronic voice phenomena, and you really want to do some ghost hunting with your super beacon, you're going to kick in another 100.